recipe for a dessert that has been popular for hundreds of years all over the Levant, and it has a special ingredient that has medicinal properties, right here on Feast in the Middle East. All right, everyone, this is the first time she's been on my show, and I'm so excited. Her name is Reva, in Arabic Reva, and she's my mother-in-law. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Blanche. Glad to be with you.
Yeah, thank you for having us in your kitchen. And there's a dessert you always make. We love it every time you make it. It's called HILBEH. And HILBEH is it's kind of like a cake made out of farina or cream of wheat.
Yes.
And it's drenched in syrup, so it's very much like the harissa recipe, but it has a special ingredient, and that ingredient is fenugreek.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Can you tell me about how fenugreek has been used in your family, Auntie? Here's fenugreek.
It's a medicine, actually, medicinal seeds.
Yeah.
My father-in-law, I remember he was diabetic, and he would drink, they boil the fenugreek, I can't say
fenugreek,
that. Fenugreek, and then he'll drink the juice from it.
Yeah.
And boy, he says that really helps his, brings his sugar down.
That's awesome. So yeah, you're right. Actually, they say that fenugreek actually brings down the sugar. It's great for diabetics.
Yeah,
but leave it to Arabs to incorporate it into a dessert.
Dessert.
Right?
Yeah, when you add the syrup, you don't taste that bitterness.
Yeah, but you know what they do though is instead of just putting it like this, they actually soak it, right, Auntie? So you soaked the fenugreek seeds. Can you tell us what you did last night?
You soak it the night before in cold water and let it sit overnight. Next day you boil the seeds.
Okay.
So you can cook them. And then this is the juice that you use from the water, or the water of that was boiled in.
Oh, so it adds flavor.
That gives a flavor.
Perfect, perfect. So you know what that also does? When you soak seeds like this overnight, it removes lectins, which are not very digestible. So it actually makes the fenugreek more digestible in the body.
Okay.
And that's what they do with lots of seeds and nuts and legumes.
Yeah.
They soak them overnight. Perfect.
Yeah.
So you already soaked it. So let's talk about how much fenugreek. You have how much fenugreek here? You have she has, I love that she has her recipe already. She has a half a cup of fenugreek seeds that she soaked.
Yeah.
And you added about a cup of water, and she soaked it overnight, and then she boiled it. So how long did you boil it for?
Boil it till they're cooked.
Okay, so about 20 minutes
yeah,
or so?
Maybe half hour.
20 minutes to half an hour. So you want to feel them soft. You put it in your mouth, and you want to be able to chew it easily without it being crunchy, basically, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So
because you're gonna bake them, then they get too crunchy.
Exactly. So let's get to the actual batter of the HILBEH. So the batter is neat because you don't use all of it being typical flour in this cake, right?
No.
You actually use cream of wheat.
Cream of wheat.
That's cool. So this is like the minute cooking kind, right?
Very, very healthy.
Yeah, yeah.
It says here iron and whatever. I used to do it to babies, I know that.
Oh yeah, well I know when I was a baby I enjoyed cream of wheat. I enjoy cream of wheat now.
Yeah,
now,
still do.
Yeah, and if they don't have the 1 minute cream of wheat, I also found Bob's Red Mill. They have a 1 minute, it's called hot cereal, creamy wheat hot cereal. That works well too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Or they probably have it in the bulk bins,
maybe,
right?
Yeah.
So how much of the cream of wheat did you have in here? Looks like you have 2
cups of farina.
2 cups of farina or cream of wheat.
Cream of wheat and a half a cup of flour.
Okay.
And then you add a half a cup of olive oil.
Okay.
And you mix that overnight and let it sit dry.
Okay.
Just with olive oil, let the oil soak into it.
Neat. So you soak this already with the olive oil inside.
Yeah.
So it'll absorb all the flavor.
That's the only liquid that I put in there is the olive oil.
That's why, another reason why I love Arab cooking is they put olive oil in their desserts and their cakes too. We just love our olive oil.
No butter.
Yeah, not
oil.
butter. Olive oil, exactly.
All the Mediterranean.
Exactly. And if you want to cook with genuine Palestinian olive oil, if you go to harvestpeace.com and enter code BlancheTV, you could get 10% off of genuine Palestinian olive oil, which we use in this recipe.
They deliver it.
Yeah.
I gotta. It says a little bit of baking soda. I gotta put that in there, like a quarter of a Okay.
Oh, you're gonna add to the batter some baking soda?
Baking soda.
A 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda to the batter. So let's stir that up. 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Here we go.
This is an envelope, but I have the loose kind, so it's okay. We'll just use
tablespoon of yeast.
A full tablespoon.
A full tablespoon, like a rounded tablespoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, here.
Oh, in there. Perfect.
Okay. And then you mix that with the yeast.
Okay, so we're gonna pour the fenugreek water with the yeast.
Let me see.
Okay, so you have about 1 cup of the fenugreek water.
Yes.
That's been soaked from the seeds, right?
Right.
Right, and you're gonna add that to the 1 tablespoon of yeast?
This.
Perfect, the
This
1 tablespoon of yeast, perfect. So here we go. And just stir it up, and it has to be warm, right?
Yep.
Has to be
so
warm.
the yeast can activate the yeast.
Right. Do you add any sugar to it to activate it?
No,
or not
no.
needed. Okay.
No, the sugar, the syrup will take care of that later.
Do you add any sugar at all to the batter? Well, check that out, guys. So this cake doesn't even require sugar in the batter because we're going to put sugar syrup over it. So you don't need to add sugar in the batter. You know what's neat about fenugreek? Let me tell you some more medicinal properties about fenugreek is that they always gave this particular cake HILBEH to women who are breastfeeding because it increases breast milk production. And it actually even doubles breast milk production. They've done a variety of studies on this. You can look into it. And for men, it's great because it even increases testosterone. And men were able to lift more in the gym because of fenugreek. So it has benefits for both men and women. Isn't that cool?
How about that?
This is the cake that keeps on giving, folks. So
that's wonderful.
Cool. All right, so we're finishing up the combination here. All right, so you combine the yeast, looking good, and you're just gonna put that into the batter, right?
Okay. Yep.
So remember, we already have the fat mixed in there because you soaked it with the olive oil overnight. So this is the remaining liquid to add to the batter. So just put the rest of the fenugreek juice or whatever you want to call it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looking good.
Juice.
And what kind of consistency do you want it to have? Like pancake batter or thicker than that?
No, thicker, more like dough.
Like dough, okay.
Stiff dough, because you have to let it rise.
Oh, I see.
I'm going to use more of that.
Oh, right. Okay.
More of the yeast. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't need any more, I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think. Because that's soft. I try to strain it, but as soon as this is incorporated,
okay.
And then we'll just add the cheese. And you're all ready to go.
Awesome, that was easy. That wasn't so hard at all.
The baking soda. We put the baking soda.
Yes.
Okay, let's try that now.
Awesome.
You want to do that, honey?
Sure. Here we go.
Get a bed. Shoulder.
This is a really easy batter.
Yes, it is.
But wait till you see how fancy it looks when it comes out of the oven.
Mm-hmm.
And
In fact,
it's a really beautiful dessert and not so difficult to put together.
No.
Okay, so we've got this pan here, Auntie. Did you put any butter or oil on it?
Just a little oil.
A little oil?
To
Okay.
keep it from sticking.
All right.
Very little. You just smear it.
And this is going to rise, so it might, double in size, Auntie?
Yes.
All right, so we'll just
spread
it around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See?
How long do you have to let it rise, the yeast, before you bake it in the oven?
Well, at least half hour.
Okay.
This is a small pan. It doesn't take that long.
Okay. So
maybe 20 minutes.
20 minutes, half an hour. Depends how impatient they are, right? How impatient before they want to eat it.
Yeah.
So you're going to bake this at 325 degrees for about, if it's a small pan like this, about 25 minutes. But if you use a bigger pan, it's more like 40 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes.
This one maybe 15 minutes because it's thin.
It's thin, right? So what you want to do if you make a good big size of this, which we're going to show you right now, you want it to bake for at least 40 to 45 minutes or until the top is brown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Auntie, you're gonna cut it before you put it in the oven, right?
Before.
Is there any specific shapes that you like to cut it in? I know some people get fancy, but you don't have to make it fancy, right?
I don't. The simpler the better for me.
Yeah.
I'm getting too old.
And another big reason they cut it is because when it comes out of the oven and you pour the sugar syrup on it, it absorbs it better, right, Auntie?
Yes, that's right.
Perfect. So we already did the syrup. So the syrup, I've made it in numerous videos before, from my baklava video to my Layali Lebanon video. It's basically 2 parts sugar to 1 part water.
Yeah.
So 2 cups sugar, 1 cup water, and you put it on the stove, you let it boil, and then you reduce the heat and you simmer until
10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 to 15 minutes, and it makes a nice sugar syrup. And then you add some lemon juice at the end, about juice of half a lemon, right?
Yeah.
So this is ready to go in the oven, looking good, Auntie.
Yes.
But thanks to video and thanks to your work before, we have one already.
Yeah.
Look at that. I like the little touches you made at the end. Made a little pattern there. That's beautiful. And you were mentioning that it has to be warm, but the sugar syrup has to be cold.
One
right?
or the other, yeah.
All right, so we have the sugar syrup right here.
That's it. Make sure you don't miss.
So you like to start with the corners?
Well, I mean all the way around.
All the way
Make sure you don't miss them.
Yep.
Because they're the crunchiest, usually.
How long do you let this soak before you serve it?
It just, once it's absorbed, you're absorbed.
You're good to go, right?
Good to go.
This is so good with some arabi shai, some hot tea.
Wonderful. It goes wonderful with tea.
Very good with tea. Wow, this has absorbed all the sugar syrup. I'll start with the centerpiece. The first piece is always the messiest, right?
Yeah. Well,
but look at that. Look at the
just
texture.
got out of the oven.
Look at the texture of that. Yum. Here we go. Look at that right there.
Yeah. Sahtin.
Sahtin, Auntie.
As we say, sahtin. That means bon appetit, good health, whatever, in many languages.
Good health. Yeah, good health.
Good health.
Yeah, it's like our version of bon appetit, sahtin.
Sahtin.
Let's try.
All right.
Oh, this looks awesome.
Natalia, you too.
Delicious, delicious.
Get a spoon, get a spoon. Get a spoon right here.
Auntie, we've been eating this from you so many years. I'm so excited that you shared this recipe with us.
Thank goodness.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait to pass this recipe on to my daughter and my children, and they'll always know that this recipe came from you. And now all of you can pass this tradition into your family from Auntie Reva right here, and tell us what you think about this wonderful dessert called HILBEH. This is delicious. I love it.
People, when you walk in, when you're making HILBEH, they say, oh, we smell it. You know, just the smell it makes the whole house smell good.
Oh yeah.
Period.
You're right.
Yeah, I smelled it.
You smelled. That's why everybody came to the kitchen, because they smelled it.
One day you'll make it.
Oh yeah, she'll make it in no time. Thank you, Auntie. You're
Sahtin.
awesome.
My pleasure, honey.